A very good afternoon to all dear students. For last 8 lectures, we have gone through the morphology of flower, studying in details various parts of flower, then complete classification of angiospermic families by Bentham and Hooker. Now, for next 7 lectures, we will be studying various angiospermic families prescribed in your syllabus. Starting with this first lecture, total 9th lecture of your syllabus for the unit 2. I welcome all to study of angiospermic families as per the Bentham and Hooker system of classification. I am Dr. Rajendra Shevde, HOD Department of Botany, Arts, Commerce and Science College, Lanza. Let's start with studying the families. First family which has been prescribed in your syllabus is Caparidaceae. So let's go through the systematic position of this family. As per the Bentham and Hooker system of classification, we have following systematic position of this family: division, spermatophyta, seed bearing plants. As the plant bears the seeds, it is have a division of spermatophyta. Subdivision, angiospermy. Ovules are enclosed within the ovary. As ovules are enclosed within the ovary, the subdivision of this family as per the Bentham and Hooker system of classification is angiospermy. Here comes next, that is class, Dicotyledone. The reason for this class is seeds with 2 cotyledons. Seed having 2 number of cotyledons, leaves with reticulate venation. Tap root system, tetra or pentamerous symmetry of flowers. These are the reasons why the class is Dicotyledone. Subclass is Polypetalae. The name depicts petals are free. Series. Now, as per the Bentham and Hooker classification system, the series for this family is Thalamiflorae. Thalamiflorae because of the presence of distinct thalamus, where the stamens are inserted on this thalamus. Calyx is with distinct sepals and they are free from the ovary. So, these are the characters of series Thalamiflorae. Cohort, or it may be called as order, Parietals, because placentation is parietal. Carpel, 2 or more. Syncarpus, superior ovary. Family, Caparidaceae. So, this is the systematic position for monocot or dicot. First 2 steps, that is division and subdivision, is same, whereas for dicot the class will be Dicotyledone, but for monocot the class will be Monocotyledone. In case of the monocots, subclass is not there, but in case of dicots, subclass is there. So, this is the systematic position of family Caparidaceae. Let's go through the general characters of this family. Following are the general characters, starting with the habit. The plants may be herbs, shrubs, trees or woody climbers. So, they are having varied habits. They may be herbs, sometimes shrubs, few are trees, or sometimes they are woody climbers. Plants have thorns or spines or trichomes. So, epidermal outgrowths are there on the branches or the stem of the plant, where it may be thorns or spines or sometimes If it is herb, then trichomes. Leaves. In case of this family, leaves are simple or sometimes palmately foliate. Arrangement of leaf is alternate, that is phyllotaxy. Leaves may be stipulate or exstipulate. If stipules are present, then they are foliaceous or spinose. Venation of the leaves is reticulate. Inflorescence, that is arrangement of flowers. In this case, the inflorescence is racemose-corymb, where lower flowers are solitary, but terminal flowers shows the exact racemose-corymb. Flowers. Flowers are bracteates, bracts are present. Complete, all whorl members are present. Actinomorphic, can be cut radially in any degree. Tetra or pentamerous. Hypogynous, because flower shows superior ovary. Zygomorphic in case of Caparis, and they show pedicel, so pedicellate. Calyx. Sepals 4. Member of the calyx is sepals. Number is 4. They are free, so polysepalous. Usually arranged in two whorls, outer two and inner two, with estivation imbricate. Corolla. Member of the corolla is petals. Number is 4. Polypetalous. Petals are free. Petals cloud and they are varied colored. Androecium, that is male gametophyte. Member is stamens. Number is 6. They are unequal in length. Filaments are long. Anthers are dithecous and dorsifixed. Gynoecium. Carpels 2. That is the member of the gynoecium is carpels. Number is 2. Ovary is syncarpous, superior, unilocular, and ovules with parietal placentation. Style short, stigma capitate, or in some cases it is lobed. So these are the characters of the general characters of this family Caparidaceae. Let's see what is fruit. In case of Caparidaceae, various types of fruits can be seen, but most common is Siliqua, where the fruit is look like a pod, but not that kind of pea. But in case of pea, the placentation is marginal, whereas here the placentation is parietal. So Siliqua is a very unique characteristic fruit found in family Caparidaceae. Some members of this family shows fruit berry, some shows capsule, samara, or rarely it shows nut. So these all are the general characters of family Caparidaceae. Let's go through the floral formula. This is one of the most important representation of family, that we present with a formula, or we represent this family with a formula called as a floral formula, where the symbols has been given to every part of the flower. So first one is BR, that is bracteate, because bracts are present. The next symbol, it is actinomorphic, the symmetry of the flower. Then whether the flowers are unisexual or bisexual, here is the bisexual flower. That means male and female gametophyte both are present. Next comes K. K stands for calyx. Here it is arranged in two whorls, so 2 plus 2. Numbers are total 4 and it is polycephalous. C stands for corolla, total number of 4. Polypetalous, so out of bracket. A for androecium, number is 6 to sometime infinite. G stands for gynoecium. Carpels 2, syncarpus, that's why it is in bracket and underlined because ovary is superior. So this is the representation of floral formula for the family Caparidaceae. So let's go through the plants of economic importance. First one, Cleome gynandra. It is one of the most common plant which is available throughout the world. It is also called as Gynandropsis pentaphylla. Seeds of these plants are used to expel roundworms in stomach or digestive tract. So it has a medicinal use. The next plant is Crotava religiosa. Bark and leaves is diuretic and has a antiseptic property. So this Crotava is also having a medicinal use, that barks and leaves are used in diuretic condition, and also the extract from bark and leaves is used as a antiseptic purpose. Number next, Capparis decida. Fruits are given to heart patients. The fruits of this Capparis plant given to the patients having heart diseases or any heart problems. Next is Cleome spinosa. It is an ornamental plant. It is grown in the garden, in residence also, in complexes also. And the last plant, that is Capparis spinosa. Both are same, but the color or the genera are different. It is also a ornamental plant. So with this we end with the family Caparidaceae. In this, what we have studied, the systematic position as described by Bentham and Hooker. Then the systematic position, then we gone through the general characters, starting with habit, then leaves, then inflorescence, then flowers, then parts of flowers, calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. Then fruits, what are the different types of fruits found in this family. Then we gone through the floral formula for this particular Caparidaceae family and 5 plants of economic importance. So with this we finish the study of family Caparidaceae. So I request all students to go through this video, learn it, study it well, and if you have any queries or questions, please SMS me or WhatsApp me. Thanks for listening to this video. Thank you so much.